What's up, guys, and happy Friday. Thought I'd cover a little bit about what's going on in the drip world, what we can expect. We've got an AMA later today, but I think that one's specifically on Piggy Plinko. So let's just talk a little bit about the drip price. I'll cover a little bit about the drip marketing DAO. We're starting to make some progress. Takes a little while to get that type of stuff set up. And then the sales funnel to educate someone on how to actually make investment is a few different steps. So it's taken a little bit. We also all have full-time jobs. And so we've been trying to break off a segment of time to make that work. And it's really coming together nicely. So I'll discuss that in a second. But drip price is down to 45 cents, which is not great. We'd like to see some momentum here, get it above 50, get it above 70. I mean, really, drip needs to get into the into the at least $1 range for people to see that it's valuable. If I was to liken this to anything, it would be to the stock market. So you've got your regular stocks that are trading on like New York Stock Exchange, NASDAQ, all that type of stuff. Then you've got your penny stocks, which generally trade like OTC, right? So that threshold isn't dead set, but it's normally anything under $5 is considered a penny stock. Anything over that is, normally trades on the NASDAQ and all that. There are some exceptions. GoPro dipped down into like the $3 or $4 range a while back, but it's obviously a bigger company. There's plenty of other examples that are kind of similar to that. But for the most part, if you're trading below $5, you got a relatively low market cap, you're considered a penny stock, and that is just considered high risk. For the most part, penny stocks are like throwing darts against the wall. Throw a bunch of darts, hopefully one of them hits, and then you make a ton of money on that. Because if you get in on the right investment in a penny stock, it can 100x or 1000x, completely possible. But it's going to be the one in the sea of all the other ones that you threw darts at that ended up crumbling or not being really worth anything. So I think right now, drip is kind of stuck in that. People are looking at it from the outside thinking 45 cents. It's probably not really worth anything, even though, as we know, it has a lot of value. But people are going to trade strictly off of price action. Once it gets up to $1, $2, $3, people are going to start to see the momentum and think, oh, the value must be there, and then they'll pile in. It's funny, it's just normal trading psychology and investor psychology. They see something that's $100 and moving to 120, they got to get in. But if they see something moving from $1 down to 50 cents, they don't want to touch it. So that's the scenario we're in. And we just need something to be the catalyst here right now. Nothing is. We need drip, drop, draw, and we need it sooner than later. And then the marketing DAO is also going to help people drive people to the garden, which will eventually come over to the faucet as well. So we're going to try to do our part for sure. And we can definitely make an impact on our own. But I really, really, truly think that a new UI and drip, drop, draw are going to be a major catalyst to the drip price. And honestly, if we did that first, I think if people are making really good money in drip, they'd have more income to be able to use on Piggy Plinko or move over to the animal farm. So while I want animal farm assets to do really well, and Piggy Plinko and some of these other games will certainly help that, I think most of us are in the position. I think probably 90% of the people that are in drip, maybe 80%, are only in drip and not in the animal farm. And since we're in drip, it impacts a lot more people. We have a lot more leverage in drip. So if the price goes up in drip and you've got a maxed out wallet or whatever, it's infinitely different than if we see a 20% price increase in pigs or something like that. So I think that's the major concern for most people, and it's a major concern for me. So hopefully we can get this up. So drip, drop, draw, and the new UI can't come soon enough. If I was to give you an estimation on when I think that's going to come out, I'm still thinking May. We're now in March. At the end of March, it's going to be April tomorrow, and we haven't seen anything this year. We haven't seen any of the games or the new UI or on-ramp, off-ramp or anything. Nothing's been released so far in quarter one. So nothing happened in quarter one. Let's see what happens in quarter two. I truly think that Forex wants to release Piggy Plinko before drip, drop, draw. I don't know that either one of them are ready, but he didn't create drip, drop, draw. So I think he's more concerned about rolling out the stuff that he actually did create. There is an AMA later today, and I'll just read off the recent post that Forex put out this morning. It's just this one here, if you can see that. Tune in for a live voice chat today at 4 p.m. Eastern. We have Piggy Plinko development updates, promotional opportunities, and exciting on-chain demo to share. So they're going to do a demo of Piggy Plinko. This may be the day where we actually get the referral code stuff. Sounds like there's going to be a pretty sweet referral system where people can make pretty good money by shilling their Piggy Plinko referral code. So of course I'll do that. I am excited for it to go live. I will play it a little bit. Plinko isn't necessarily my game, but I'm all for anything that's going to help the asset prices of all the stuff I'm invested in. I will say that when Forex finishes his Texas Hold'em game that he decided he wants to make, that's a game I probably will play, because I don't like playing online poker because I don't think it's trustless. But Forex does a pretty good job of making sure that the protocols he put out are randomized and trustless. And I really like Texas Hold'em, so that would be a game that I could see myself playing. Anyway, Piggy Plinko demo later. Hopefully that'll help. Pig's price hasn't really been doing that well. Let's jump over to the pig pen. Up to 222. Let's go. So the price is down to 58 bucks. So this is what happens when you do a really good marketing push, but you don't have the development on the other side or whatever. Like if Piggy Plinko is out, I think this would be continuing. Let's go look at the price of Animal Farm pigs. So this is the beginning of the marketing push that they did, saying, hey, Piggy Plinko's coming out. It's going to be awesome. Over the last couple weeks, it's pushed it all the way up to 74 bucks, and now it's down to 59 again. So I'll move my face so you can see that, but that right there is not a very good looking rainbow. So boosted up because we were doing a lot of marketing, which shows that the marketing works. But what has to happen once people click on that is continued purchases. Right now we're just seeing a sell-off. A lot of this push, I don't know about a lot of it, but a portion of this push upward is people that are already in the community that are excited about what's coming, and they figure they'll front run it. They'll jump on, buy a bunch of pigs, and then if everything takes off, because Piggy Plinko is amazing, they'll have the ability to capture some profits up here. But when that doesn't happen, then they turn around and there's a sell-off. So we skyrocketed up to about 74 bucks. Now we're down at 59, and I think we're going to continue to go a little bit lower because I don't think Piggy Plinko is ready. So they'll do the demo. I'm betting we hear nothing really outside of that. I'm thinking next week they'll announce a date, and it'll be 1 or 2 weeks after that, because they're going to want to do marketing and everything and ramp this all up again. And then I think after that's all done, they'll give it another week or two, and then they'll probably start making some announcements about what's going to happen with Drip, Drop, Draw. So knowing the timelines and knowing where we're at, knowing that nothing's been released, I mean, yeah, I'm starting to feel like late May is a higher probability for Drip, Drop, Draw. All right, let's jump over and talk a little bit about the drip marketing DAO. So for those of you guys who don't know, Rock Ape originally suggested that we should maybe do a marketing DAO. Coach thought it was a good idea. He wrangled a bunch of us together. Now I think there's 8 of us that are officially kind of on the team. Some people have expertise in graphic design. Some people like myself have expertise in certain types of marketing. Coach is playing the role of like project manager. He really is keeping us all on track and keeping everything together. And the whole goal here is for us to boost the drip price. Now there's a couple different avenues we could take. We decided to take people through the garden avenue. It made more sense. You can watch my previous videos on it. There's a bunch of key points we factored in. We decided the garden was the best. For example, one of the main reasons that we chose the garden is the way the referral rewards come in. And let me jump over real quick to that. Okay, if you guys can see this is the DAO garden wallet right now. So we got 1.8 billion plants, and we currently have $145 in LPs sitting there. Now, we're letting this build up right now for the next couple days, and then we're gonna launch our first round of official ads. We've run some test campaigns to make sure they're working. We've got thousands of people that have now liked the new Facebook page where we're gonna start to educate people. And I'll just take you through the really quick flow, like our general funnel. But in the next couple days, we're gonna split these LPs. We're gonna do the competition or something like that for the drip, and then we're gonna take the remaining BUSD from here and use it as the ad spend. Now I sent over like $100 or something like that, and I know the team is the rest of the team is also sending a little money in there, so we had a little bit of a buffer to get us started. But going forward, we obviously can't afford to pay for the marketing if we're not getting anything back in return. So the idea is to get us boosted up, get us started, and then as we roll out this marketing flow, people will start to join the garden. They'll join under our referral link. We'll get some referral rewards for that, and we'll use the referral rewards for the ad spend. So 100% of the money that comes in as referrals is going to go out in ad spend. So if you're interested, you can donate LPs to this wallet if you want, or you can just start a garden underneath this wallet address. That's all we're really asking people to do. That way it benefits you. You still got a garden. It benefits Drip because it ties up the supply, so it's a good investment for you. And just the referral rewards that would have gone somewhere else anyway go to us that we can utilize for marketing dollars. So looking pretty good so far. And thank you. Somebody, looks like they donated 2.5 LPs. So that's another 16 million plants, I think. I wish there was commas so it would be easier to read, but anyway. So let me bring up our little flow and I'll just explain to you guys what exactly we're doing on for our touches. I'll try to abbreviate here so it's not too boring, but this is basically how the funnel looks. Like, you can't just say right out the gate, hey, we've got an amazing investment opportunity, and then take people straight from that and plug them in, and they're already going to have a MetaMask wallet and all that type of stuff and be ready to sign up for the garden or Drip or Animal Farm, whatever. You can't do that. You have to take people through a process and a flow, which is called a sales funnel. So you got to kind of let them know what's out there, what's available, by triggering some sort of pain point. Maybe it's, in this case, it's really like having a good financial future. Once you get people to that next stage, you start to educate them on DeFi and what's out there. Then you start to educate them on what types of DeFi and different investment opportunities. Then you got to move people into actually investing in that opportunity. And along the way, you got to make sure that you can get some of their fiat onboarded into crypto and then moved into a MetaMask wallet or a Rabi wallet or whatever. Then once they're at that stage, you can show them how to actually use the protocol. Anyway, should be pretty self-explanatory, but the fact is you have to take people through a flow to educate them along the way to get them into an investment. So what we're really doing is we've broken this out into about 8 stages, give or take. We will be moving some around a little bit as we learn. Marketing isn't just a straightforward, you throw it out there and it works. You got to try different iterations, come from different angles. Maybe one thing is working, but another one's working better. You got to figure out where you want to allocate that ad spend budget. So there's a method to the madness, but it's not straightforward. It's a lot of tweaking. So what we've decided to do is use some initial advertising out there to get people interested in bettering their financial future. And that's really the idea. Hey, join this group. It's a group of like-minded individuals, in this case from the Philippines, that are interested in a better financial future. So those ads take them to a Facebook page, they like it, and then we start feeding them content on the Facebook page. And a lot of this is organic engagement, different posts. We've got some videos, images, stories, all the type of stuff, FAQs about exactly how certain protocols work or DeFi works or whatever, so they can really like understand what the goal is. Those are a bunch of little seeds that you plant to get people kind of interested. So they've liked the page because they want to improve their financial future. Then they come over and they start reading some of these articles and they start getting more and more familiar with the fact that there is a new classification of investment in the DeFi space. And since centralized finance, or CeFi, is absolute garbage right now, banks are going under, countries are hyperinflating their currency, and what used to be seen as very safe is showing all the cracks. Banks in general are Ponzi schemes, just like anything else. So a lot of people see that and they start to realize that maybe DeFi is the future. Maybe I should move into it. Then what we do is we have those people that are engaging in those posts. What we can do is then retarget them with an additional ad. So it's a warm audience. They're already familiar with us. They've seen the logo, they've seen some cool posts, they've been clicking on them, liking, and now they're going to see another piece of content. Now at this stage, what we're trying to do is transition them out of kind of the Facebook world and get them introduced to Telegram, our own specific Telegram group where we can nurture people into eventually becoming investors. Because the Facebook page is cool and people will have some conversations on there, but it's not the same as like a chat room like Telegram. People are going to move over, start asking questions, going back and forth, seeing other people in there. There's going to be a lot more activity from outside parties on Telegram. So the idea is then to take people, move them over into Telegram. Of course, when they get to Telegram, there will be like a welcome video. It's going to be like 60 seconds, just going to help them understand why they're there and why it's important. Then we're going to try and nurture these folks inside the Telegram group by doing some voice chats and things like that. It can be really simple. It can be almost the same conversation every week or twice a week, just to help people understand that there's a place that they can come and ask questions. At some point, maybe we'll pre-record it so we can, keep playing that one or turn it into a webinar. But it's really going to help people understand that there is traditional finance and there's decentralized finance, and there's investment opportunities in decentralized finance if they're interested. That's all we're really trying to get across. We need people to realize that there is a reason they join the Telegram group. There's a pathway to money and they can utilize it, but they just need a little bit of education first. So we'll give them that. Now, at this point, some people will start to be converted. They're already in, they understand, maybe they know how to get crypto into their MetaMask wallet or whatever. At this point, we're going to see some conversions, but some people are going to need more touches. They say the average conversion takes 7 touches or whatever. You got to see a brand name 7 times or 7 emails, whatever it is, for you to get familiar with them enough to actually purchase the product or, in this case, invest in the protocol. So while some people will join, some people will still be on the fence. For those folks, we're going to send another retargeting ad that's really for a Telegram video. And this is going to be, I think, more testimonial based. So if we can get folks in the Philippines, which we have a good Filipino community already in Drip, to make some short videos about their experience in Drip, why they think the garden is good, what it's going to do for the financial future, we can send a testimonial ad to these folks, and they could say, hey, this guy looks like me. He's in a similar situation that I am. He thinks this is a good investment. Maybe I should dig in a little bit deeper. So we'll take those people to a VSL, which is called a video service letter. It's basically a short tutorial about how to get in, and that will lead them to a real onboarding video. So that's the general flow. These we're going to tweak as we go, but in my eyes, it's very simple, the process you got to go through, but it's also kind of complicated, and it takes a little while. I mean, it will take us 4, 5, 6 weeks or so to get people through this flow once they start seeing stuff. So everything's going to be kind of front loaded as far as costs and a lot of the work. Once everything starts moving, it'll get a little bit better. So I guess don't expect crazy results on the drip price yet. That's going to come. What we initially need to show the community is that the first part of the funnel is working, right? So we are sending out ads, getting people interested. They're coming over liking the Facebook page, and we're going to get thousands of likes, and that's per week. Okay, so not sure exactly what we'll hit, 5,000 a week, something like that, maybe 20,000 a month. And there's going to be a point where we've got so many people in the group who are interested that we got to make sure we convert anyone. So we may slow down on that growth, because what I don't want to have is have 100,000 people that have joined a page and are really needing information, and then we fumble the ball because we can't handle all of them. You know what I mean? We need a team of 4 or 5 people. This is their full-time job, just in there answering questions. So there is a threshold that we're going to have to watch, but our initial just out the gate goals are get these ads up, get them to a place where they are converting efficiently. So we're getting people to click on the ads because they think it's interesting, come over, actually like the Facebook page and start reading our content. Once they read the content, they get more interested. We then transition them over into Telegram, where we can nurture that relationship a little bit more and give them more information on DeFi and why it's the future over centralized finance. Then we begin the process really of kind of onboarding them through the next couple of pieces of the flow. So that's pretty much it. I know a few of you guys have actually reached out and said, hey, can you share your funnel? Can you talk about your plans or what you're trying to do? So that's it. That's what we're working on. And give us a few weeks before we see big moves in the price, but we will have a lot of success stories to share. There's some really key goals that we want to hit in those first couple steps of the funnel before we get to the bottom where we start converting people. And that's the type of stuff we're going to share with you guys along the way. And if stuff isn't working, we're going to be transparent about that. I don't know what it is about this DeFi space, but people aren't transparent at all. They want to have everything behind the scenes. They don't want to tell you when there's issues or whatever. They want to blame somebody else or keep it quiet. And we're just not going to operate that way. Some of the ad campaigns we're going to shoot out we think they're going to look good and they're going to end up sucking. Other ones are going to kill it. So this is just normal marketing. And really that's the way in pretty much in all business. You're going to have certain products or divisions or whatever that are going to suck. You're going to make up for them by having successes on the other side. Everyone wants to walk around and act like they're perfect all the time. That's not really the way the world works. So we'll be transparent. So far from the initial goals that we've set, we meet a couple times a week and chat it up and dial in our plan and then go execute. So far, all the initial spots that we've set up, all the initial things we wanted to work on, we're knocking it out the park. I don't know what our total numbers right now are for the garden, but I think we've had 175 people or something like that join our garden team, which is fantastic. We've seen the contract balance in the garden go way up. A lot of the bigger influencers are starting to give us a little bit of love and nudge people to join our garden. Shout out to Crypto Richie. Even though he's mischievous, he's always a good advocate for us. So appreciate him giving us a good plug. We've actually seen countless people in the community make videos specifically on the drip marketing DAO. We've started compiling a big list of those in our private DAO Telegram, just so we can keep track of everything. Anyway, it's super appreciated. We're getting a lot of traction. I wish these things could happen overnight, but they don't. But what you can expect from us is some pretty good updates next week. The official ads launch, right? We've been running all the test stuff. It's been working really well. Like I said, thousands of new people have liked the Facebook page, but we've just been running tiny little budgets testing this out. It's really going to take off next week when we launch this new ad campaign with a couple different variations on a couple different ad sets, and then we're going to start to see some traction. So can't wait for the drip price to go up. Can't wait for drip drop draw. Like I said, probably end of May. I honestly don't know. But for the time being, the team just has to do what we can, right? The community is going to have to support the drip price. So we're going to do our best to do that. Before I kill it, just wanted to jump over to Whales Candy. So as you guys saw in my video yesterday, I staked some B&B in the auction lobby. And for those of you guys who didn't watch the video, this actually supports the drip price. I think 20% of their maintenance fees goes back to buy and burn drip. So that's fantastic. Auction website. So I ended up putting a total of 0.5 BNB in yesterday, ended up with 4,143 WC tokens. When I came in here today, this button was blue and you click it to claim. When you click it to claim, a box pops up and says, okay, you're about to claim your tokens. What referral address do you want to put in here? What referral code? And at that point, if you want to click past it, you can, or you can put in the referral code, my referral code or anyone else's. It's right here. You just throw in that number and that's it. So it's on my previous videos. You don't necessarily have to use mine. I don't know if it locks that referral code in after your first one or you have the opportunity to do it every day. If it is, you can spread around the love or whatever you want to do. But that's how it works because people have asked. They're getting in and they're like, I can't figure out where to put in the referral code. It doesn't happen until after the auction is ended. You click the blue button that says claim your tokens, claim and stake your tokens. And then it says, hey, do you want to put in a referral code? You can copy and paste that in there if you would like. So I also jumped in today because staking went live. And I purchased, what was it? I don't know what it was. Maybe it was like 0.2 BNB's worth or whatever. Anyway, I got 1,311 tokens and I staked them. As you can see, the options here, I can claim or reinvest when the time comes. So right now I'm just gonna let those build up and then eventually I might compound some of these, may reinvest, may start claiming. I don't know exactly what I'm gonna do yet. I am, however, gonna jump into today's auction lobby. So let's go ahead and do that, just see what happens. Let's go day 2, let's enter. Let me set up the ledger. Let's do 0.25 BNB. It will take a little while to update, but once it does, you're in. So as you can see, mine was added. Right now I'd be getting a ton of tokens. It's early on in the day, so this amount will likely go down. I'll jump in later, see where it is. Maybe I'll add a little bit more, but if I got all this right now, that would be awesome. Like I said, I put in a total of half a BNB yesterday, so a lot more BNB and got a lot less tokens. So it's probably going to go down as people jump in. But if it doesn't, I'm going to get a killer deal on these Whales Candy tokens, which then I can stake and earn more money. So cool protocol. Glad it helps drip. Just wanted to touch on that real quick because people have been asking. That's it, guys. Kind of a random video on this Friday, but I just wanted to cover drip and Animal Farm, what my thoughts were on when everything's going to start coming out. Definitely wanted to cover the drip marketing DAO because I haven't had a lot of time to cover it. I will say that Coach has been doing a really good job of putting out consistent videos of the stuff we're doing. So make sure you jump over to his channel and check those out. Whales Candy's cool. So if you guys are interested in supporting the drip price, but also jumping into another protocol, check out yesterday's video. I'm going to try to get enough stuff done today where I can at least tune in and listen to the Animal Farm voice chat later, see what's going on in Piggy Plinko. If I'm probably going to join a little bit late so I can listen to it on 1.5x or 2x so I can speed through it fast enough. Trying to stay updated but also get all my in real life work done. So if you guys are going to join that too, you guys will see me in the chat and stuff, and I'll communicate with you guys. It will be good to catch up because there's a few of you guys I haven't talked to for a while. But anyway, if you made it this far, which everyone probably didn't, let me know if you have any questions down below. Happy investing.